Although I mainly cover non-league football on this channel, there are a couple of football league clubs that regularly appear in my matchday vlogs. One is Exeter City, who despite their location of over 200 miles away, I developed an affection for during last season's FA Cup Road to Wembley journey. The other is a club I've been following since the demise of Hereford United back in 2014. I am of course talking about Port Vale, who are positioned considerably closer to my home than Exeter City. The Vale have appeared 3 times on my channel before today, beating Bromley 5-0 at Vale Park at the end of last season and drawing 1-1 with Crewe and Chesterfield in bizarrely similar games in the early part of the season, where they took early leads.
Paul. Talage trying to bring it down. Stockley going for goal.
Had a man sent off.
Darting forward but losing out. And Clark went in strongly, and the home fans are calling for what's been given a red card.
Then conceded late equalisers in both games. Like I say, bizarre similarities there. Port Vale ended up finishing League 2 runners-up behind Doncaster Rovers, meaning they were promoted back to League 1 at the first attempt since their relegation the year before. They are finding it extremely tough in England's third tier, though back-to-back wins against Exeter City and Mansfield Town have made the league table look a lot healthier ahead of tonight's fixture. It's not league action tonight though, attention switches to the Carabao Cup, and after away wins at Blackpool and Birmingham, the draw has given Vale their toughest test yet, a home tie against Mikel Arteta's Premier League title contenders Arsenal. Due to playing in Europe, Arsenal only enter the Carabao Cup at this stage, but they've started the season well, winning away at Bilbao in their first Champions League game and sitting second in the Premier League after 5 games, though they are already 5 points behind Liverpool. The question is, what sort of team does Mikel Arteta put out at Vale Park? I thought we'd see a mix of kids and fringe players, but just take a look at this lineup. Arsenal aren't messing about. There's some top talent in there. Maybe my prediction of Vale beating a young Arsenal side just became unrealistic. We managed to get into the club shop despite how busy the ground and surrounding areas were, and as predicted when a Premier League side visits, a sellout was expected. I got these pin badges from the Vale store, and just listen to this atmosphere when we went into the stadium. My friend gave a quick score prediction.
What's the score going to be, John? Pretty much just thinking maybe get a draw, go to penalties after seeing the side that Arteta's put out. 5-0 Vale.
5-0 Vale.
5-0 Vale.
Then with the time ticking down to kick off, Vale Park did what it does best. I always say the atmosphere at Vale Park is fantastic, and it wouldn't be out of place at a higher level, but I'll let you make up your own mind here. Out come the teams. Port Vale are in their special 150-year anniversary white shirts, with Arsenal in their blue away kit. and it was always going to be difficult for Vale, but on 8 minutes the task became even more daunting. With Arsenal knocking the ball around confidently, it looked as though they were going to get 5 or 6, but Vale continued to defend brilliantly. Half-time, Port Vale 0, Arsenal 1, and that's a really respectable score for the home side given how much Arsenal dominated that first half. Could we see a moment of cup magic in the second?
Get it in the box.
Final score, Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2, which is still a very respectable scoreline for the Valiants. They had a couple of half chances in the second half, but never looked likely to trouble Kepa in the Arsenal goal. Once Trossard had made it 2-0 with so little time remaining, you just knew the game was done.
So I'm not long back from Vale Park, full-time Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2. Respectable scoreline actually that, considering the side that Arsenal had out. Mikel Arteta, fair play to him, he fielded a strong squad. They had Saka in the starting lineup, they had Eze in the starting lineup, Kepa was in goal, Saliba played, Martinelli played. It was a very strong and unexpected Arsenal lineup. I thought Arteta was going to play the kids, and I did think Port Vale were going to win the game. But maybe Arteta's going for it. Maybe the Carabao Cup is something that, you know, he's seen Newcastle win last season. Maybe he wants a bit of that with Arsenal. And when you see that lineup, you just think Vale aren't going to get a result here. And then when Eze scores after 8 minutes, this could be a hammering. Arsenal were really knocking the ball around well. They had a spell of probably after the first 5 minutes where Vale looked strong. Arsenal had a spell where they scored. They then had a couple of other chances. It looked like it was going to be 3 or 4 at half time. And you know that this Arsenal team, when they get going, they can hit teams for 5, 6s. I think they got 7 against PSV in the Champions League last season. So You know that they are going to score, but to be 1-0 down at half time, Port Vale I thought did really well. And then you just, with the cup games, the ties are never over at 1-0. You just know there's a chance for Vale to get back into the game. The only trouble with Eze scoring so early is the atmosphere was incredible at Vale Park, but after that early goal, it kind of went a little bit flat. It did kind of build back up again. I think the fans realised at 1-0 at half time that we've got a chance here. We can do this. In the second half, Vale were a lot better than they were in the first. Again, you've still got Arsenal with lots of possession. Port Vale never really looked like they were going to score, that they did have one or two half chances. And then when Arteta brought on Trossard and Declan Rice, they were just knocking the ball around so well. Trossard breaks away and scores. I think Vale thought that was offside. I couldn't really tell because it was the other side of the pitch. I didn't catch Trossard's goal on film either, so I can't slow it down for you. But final score, Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2. Fair result and a respectable scoreline as far as Port Vale are concerned, given the value of the squad that was on the pitch there for Arsenal. Hundreds of millions of pounds worth at League One Port Vale. So yeah, another really good night at the park, and I really do like Vale Park. It's one of my favourite stadiums in the country. I don't think the atmosphere, when it's busy, I think Port Vale's atmosphere wouldn't be out of place in the Championship. So let me know in the comments if you were at that game. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and also let me know where you want to see me go next. I know it's mainly non-league football that I cover, but I do get the odd games like this. So I'm at Enfield Town with Quorn on Saturday, and then there's a massive game coming up. Some of you know where I'm going, some of you don't, but I'll announce that very soon.
Once again, I had a brilliant experience at one of my favourite grounds in the UK, and it's a shame Port Vale couldn't produce a shock, but fair play to Arsenal for putting out a strong side. The draw for the fourth round was made while we were on the way back home, and Arsenal have been drawn at home to Brighton. Can they go all the way in this competition this season? My attention shifts to the FA Cup this weekend as I'm following Quorn down for Enfield Town on Saturday, which will be my last UK vlog for a week as I'm going to Italy on Monday. There is a rather exciting matchday vlog coming up while I'm there though. Can you guess where I'm going? Thanks for watching, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss my next vlog.
Boop 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 boop.